All right. I'm a Gen Z stan, I think. I got to say it. I love Gen Z right now. They're just feisty. They're very feisty right now. And to see the way they are reacting to people trying to censor their speech, this is incredible. This is amazing. And you're going to have to park aside your feelings about China. Obviously, I agree with the fact that China is a threat, but I also kind of think America and our deep state and the CIA is the bigger threat. The homeland threat seems a little bit bigger, the domestic threat, than the foreign threat at this moment. Okay, so what am I speaking about? So there is, let me just show you this headline on NBC. Chinese TikTok alternative Red Note tops app charts ahead of potential TikTok ban. Okay. So just to be clear, the number one most downloaded app right now in the App Store is Red Note. Red Note. It's in Mandarin. They can't even read it and they're all downloading it. So I'm going to give you the backstory of the TikTok ban. Initially, when Trump got into office, he essentially was very tough on China. And in 2020, he said, we've got to do something about China. They're stealing all of our data. You know, he was doing the America first. We're also going to be tough on tariffs, et cetera, et cetera. And in August of 2020, he tried to ban TikTok via executive order. And it didn't work. There was tons of resistance, people saying that it would be a violation of free speech. This can't happen, blah, 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 blah. Then, of course, October 7th happened, and TikTok was incredibly pro-Palestine, okay, to the point that they began censoring the word Palestine, and the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, which is really just the Anti-Free Speech League, and the Smear and the Slander League, decided that they needed to now step in. Forget you thinking your president has power. We, the ADL, our lobby, AIPAC, we're going to get this done now because we don't like that Gen Z is anti-Israel. They're not allowed to have those thoughts. So incredibly, if you don't remember this, Jonathan Greenblatt, who is the head of the ADL, got caught on audio discussing how Gen Z was problematic and they needed to do something immediately. So this is in March of last year. Listen to what he says.
But I also want to point out that we have a major generational problem. All the polling I've seen, ADL's polling, ICC's polling, independent polling, suggests this is not a left-right gap, folks. The issue in the United States in support for Israel is not left and right. It is young and old. And the numbers of young people who think that Hamas's, massacre was justified is shockingly and terrifyingly high. And so we really have a TikTok problem, a Gen Z problem, that our community needs to put the same brains that gave us Taglit, the same brains that gave us all these other amazing innovations, need to put our energy toward this, fast. Because again, we've been chasing this left-right divide. It's the wrong game.
And he's not lying. It was very clear. I think something like 90% of the posts were pro-Palestinian, and it was because they were able to see videos for the first time. It's the first generation that can actually see videos, not just read about it in the New York Times or read about it in the Guardian. They're actually able to see what is happening in Gaza, and they firmly decided that we are not going to support this. And so the ADL got involved. Israel counted its win and said, we have gotten a handle on, I showed you on a prior episode, we've gotten a handle now on TikTok and on Instagram. And then the kids got smart and started using watermelons instead of, because they couldn't say Palestine or get any views and things were getting banned, they started using watermelon signs. Okay. But then very quickly, Congress passed an act. Forget the president in 2020. They were like, oh, yes, no, TikTok must immediately be banned. Now we got to get rid of this or it must sell. And that date is now coming up. And so the TikTokers are going, we are not with this. You are not going to censor our speech. We are not okay with you selling it to somebody that's going to censor our speech. And so what they have started doing is downloading Red Note. And basically, this is just China's TikTok. And it's really funny to just look through what they are saying here, because there is something, and speaking to this generational divide, which is, he's correct, the younger kids don't really care when you tell them that their data is being stolen, because basically they assume that their data is being stolen one way or the other. Is it from the CIA? It's from this person. They don't have trust in our government because our government has done really crappy things as well. And they also can't afford groceries. So yeah, whether or not China is stealing their data isn't a priority in their lives. And so I'm going to show you just a couple of these TikToks of them pretty much just mocking signing up for this app and laughing at the government, thinking that it's going to stop them. This is one person. It says, TikTok, me arriving to China.
Hello? Hello? Hibachi Benihana Teriyaki.
Nagasaki, Okinawa, Hokkaido, Yokohama.
Karate Judo Sumo Samurai.
Nissan, Honda, Mitsubishi, Subaru.
Okay, we can get out of this one. So that's just a guy like, this is me arriving to China on January 19th when this gets banned. Here is another TikToker who is mocking the fact that he is Asian, basically saying it is our honor to spy on you. Take a listen.
Hello guys, this is your Chinese spy speaking. I want to post this video before it's too late. I guess we are not going to see each other again in the future. That's why I have something to say. It is a great honor to spy on you for the last few years. I wish you all have a great life in the future. Now is something personal. Laura from California, you shouldn't drink that much Coca-Cola. It is bad for your health. And also Peter from New York, you mama loves you. You shouldn't treat her like that, okay? And Stephanie from Texas, don't send your nude picture to the guy called Marvin. He's a boy. He's talking to other girls as well. Nice deeds, by the way. I think that's all I have to say. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.
So it's just, people are just mocking this, like, oh, I guess we're not going to be able to spy on you here. I'm very sorry. And also, here's another TikTok, just giving you the general sentiment and the mood on TikTok right now. It says the U.S. government banning TikTok to protect everyone's data, but now everyone's going to another Chinese app and giving it for free. Americans really don't give an F. And he's laughing, and the comments under this are really funny. Here are some of the comments. I'm sorry, I do find this to be absolutely hilarious. We're going to read you some of these comments. This person, accepting terms and conditions in Mandarin. Next comment. Ask app not to track. Nah, that's okay. I don't mind. Next comment, this generation is not serious. Agreed. Totally agreed. Next comment, we too poor to give an F at this point, which is strangely very relatable. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're sitting here trying to explain to them in the context, which again, this comes down to them being anti-Israel. Like, don't believe anything else the media tries to spin to you, or else they would have done it when Trump was president. But they can't afford groceries. You're not going to make Gen Z think that they should care about China spying on them is the point this person's making. Here's the next person. This is so great. My data, my choice. That is just brilliant. Absolutely hilarious. This person writes, the reverse psychology the U.S. government did not see coming. It is going to present a problem for them for sure. And this comment, we're like teenagers who got grounded but snuck out the window to go to the party anyways. Just, come on. Gen Z is funny, and it's true. They're going to be playing whack-a-mole for a very long time because this is America, okay? We do not like speech censorship. Okay, you're not going to justify it or try to pretend it's by anything else. We heard Jonathan Greenblatt on the tapes. We saw how quickly it then got passed. And I get that you're trying to dress it up as, oh, now when Trump said it, we didn't recognize it as a problem, but now we recognize it as a problem. People are not stupid. Okay, they want to enjoy TikToks of people speaking about various issues, people gardening, whatever it is that helps them ease their minds off of the fact that everything seems to be falling apart around them. So I'm with you, Gen Z. I like it. I'm going to join there. I'm going to join, whatever.